Hello and welcome to Forza Motorsport. Today we're going to be racing in the GT2 Spec Series with the 911 RSR. We are at Hockenheimring for a medium length race, which is about 11 laps. We're starting in 13th, and I've decided to go double softs, which is kind of gamblish, but, well, I like to have some fun. Now, going into turn 1, you probably didn't notice, but I'm going to make you notice. I turned the racing line off. After all this time in Forza, I've always had the line on, at least just the corners, because I want to learn and get better at the tracks. But for a long time in ACC, I've had no line on. And I kind of feel like I'm at that point where I can't be going to ACC with no line and then the Forza and turning the line on. So I've decided from here on out, I'm going to be racing with no line on, which is going to be good in some races, like the GT2 and GT3, but I'm sure if I go to any other series, I'm probably going to do awful. But I was able to do pretty well this race. This isn't my first race with the line off. It's probably one of my first 3, but I was able to pull off some crazy moves just like that one, splitting the 2 of them and just slowly moving up the pack. But as the race kind of unfolds, and you're going to see I make a lot of mistakes just because I don't have the line on, and I'm realizing I didn't think I was that dependent on it, but I was definitely depending on the line for approximating how much speed I should be bringing into the corner. Not really the braking, just the amount of speed I should be bringing around the corner. And you can see right here, get the overtake, but I just don't have the line, and I'm probably going too fast. I'm going to pick up 0.8 seconds worth of penalties here, which won't be the first time, but you're going to notice I'm able to race pretty fast with the line off, but my braking references are not the best. I mean, right there, completely nosedive. He gives me enough space to not destroy him, but he hits that sausage, which allows me to get the better exit, and I'm up to 3rd. Now, I will say, having turned the line off, it makes the racing so much more enjoyable. You feel like everything that you do, you feel much better about it. If you can connect those turns and hit those apexes, it feels phenomenal. But when you race poorly, it kind of sucks, and you realize that, oh, I could just go back in the settings and turn it on. I'll probably have better luck that way, but having raced in ACC for so long with no line on and then going back to Forza with the line, it just always felt like I was cheating a bit. Not cheating the game, but cheating myself. Because I'd go back to ACC and I just wouldn't really be able to drive as well, because I'm just so used to having the line on just to tell me when to brake. But this BMW behind me, he's going to absolutely cook me here. I could not get some of these corners down, and he is just able to bully his way by me. Right there, you can just tell I clearly am braking too early. I was staring at my mirror, and I just didn't want to bring too much speed, just hand him the position super easily. But just after this corner, I'm going to try to take a good line through this last corner, and I just scrub a lot of speed by just slipping a bit. And that's kind of going to happen on every lap. I don't know what I was doing wrong. Probably trying to turn too sharp or something, but I couldn't consistently take that turn fast. With this BMW in front of me now, we actually spent a couple laps battling each other, but I'm not consistent with my braking. I nosedive here, and I didn't mean to touch him. He kind of turned in a little earlier than I expected him, but neither of us got penalties. I don't think any of us lost any amount of speed, but you can tell that my braking is way later than I thought it was. Just on this turn here, I send it. I absolutely send it and go way too deep. Now, that could be a number of things, but turning the line off is definitely the clear outlier here. I just gotta get better at braking behind people. And that'll come with time. In ACC, I actually have that problem as well. If I'm trailing somebody with the line off, I'll get so laser focused on the car in front of me rather than anything else. And with the line on, right, I'd see red or yellow and just naturally would start slowing down. But when you're just going off of the car in front of you and your brake room references, it takes a little bit more focus. Now, again, this turn right here, I just could not, for the life of me, get it right. I don't even know why I started understeering so quick. I gotta be braking or something incorrectly, but I'm losing time to that BMW on that turn, while at the same time, Kevin in the Ferrari behind me is able to catch up to me. Now we're gonna go off there a little bit and get slapped with another penalty, which sucks, but I kind of knew that if I turned the line off, I was gonna collect quite a few penalties just due to not having the extra aid. But I only end with 1.6 seconds of penalties, which isn't, it's still a penalty, but it's not as much as I thought I would be getting for my first couple races with the line off. I think my very first race with the line off, I got like 3 seconds, and I was just like, you know, I'm awful. This one I got 1.6, and I think in another race I got nothing, but that race was boring, so there's no point in watching that one. But I was really able to keep it with this BMW almost throughout the entire track, but my tires go yellow here, my rear tires that is, and I start losing more and more speed. I mean, half a second right there. I should have gone the pits here, but I kind of get a little ambitious and decide I can make him last one more lap. And I lose a lot of time to that BMW, and that Ferrari behind me really reels me in. So at the end of this lap, I'm going to jump in the pits and swap to another set of softs. Since the update to the tire wear in all these races, a lot of the strategies have changed. Definitely in these medium length races, they used to be ×6 tire wear, but they recently updated to be just ×4, which allows people to just wear, you know, a set of hards for the whole race and get away with it, or double softs. It opens up a lot more strategy, and I don't know what the meta is. I'm just kind of figuring that out as I go. But the double softs definitely is viable. I just probably should have pit on lap 5 rather than lap 6, because as we end lap 7 here, we're going to jump quite a few positions just because so many people pit after us. But our boy Kevin is going to just get out right in front of us, and I thought I could have gotten him for sure right here, but I got a little scared to nosedive again, so I braked early and wanted to just focus on my exit out of this turn, which was actually not that bad. I'm able to kind of slip into a slipstream and really pull him in for this tight hairpin at the end of the long straight. He gets a little defensive and starts moving around. I am a little ballsy there. I wanted to go up the inside, but he was sitting in the middle of the track, and I didn't really know how I wanted to take it. So I kind of just moved under braking to the left. And to be fair, it happened so quick. It wasn't a lot I could have done. That was just kind of reaction time, but I just really wanted to make sure I wasn't hitting every car that I came upon because my line was off. My ego would have been too crushed if turning the line off and all of a sudden I'm the worst driver in the world. Now, that's not helping my case with that one, but I definitely felt that I was becoming more and more consistent having the line off. I was finding better ways to get by other cars. I was less distracted by the line and the game telling me when and where to brake, and I was more focused on just trying to find what felt right. Because sometimes you'll have the line on and you'll just be following it, and it doesn't actually feel fast. I mean, I never really followed the line exactly, like, to as close as possible. I kind of used it as a reference, more of a suggestion. But with it off, I felt like there was more room for creativity. Albeit that it was way scarier, and I have a lot of learning to do, and I'm gonna keep the line off. I'm not gonna go back on it and turn it back on. I'm gonna continue to keep it off, but for one of my first few races with the line off, to go from 13th to 7th, I did lose that position at the end due to the penalties. I'm happy with it. And that being said, if you made it this far in the video, I want to say thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.